college basketball, March Madness, college football. It's about business. That's all. If baseball made this kind of money in college baseball, they would try to, monetize it and try to, corral it, stranglehold on it. There's no other sport. It's baseball and it's football. But that's what happens. Just they have a multi-billion-dollar industry here. They're trying to ensure that they continue to have a multi-billion-dollar industry. March Madness. That's why when everybody gets up in arms about, these kids, if they want to be one and done, we don't care about one and done in any other sport. I mean, football, you can't do it. But the other sports, nobody cares. When's the last time you were up in arms that somebody decided they were dropping out of Stanford after a year to, a career on the tennis tour or golf? Nobody. Basketball? Oh, my God. Oh, Kentucky, one and done. They wouldn't be one and done. They'd be none and done. But the NCAA is trying to at least, can we keep them for a year? The NBA doesn't want somebody who's an unfinished product at 18. Because when you're 18 and then you run through your rookie contract, so now you're going to cash in. Look at these contracts right now with these basketball players. By the time you're 24, 25, 26, look at the money that's being thrown out there. Now I can jumpstart that by an extra year. I can be 18. By the time I could be 22 and I'm into a $50, $60 million contract. I could be making $25 million a year at 22. Now, you might say, well, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. If that's the market and that's what you get paid and you don't want to go to college, fine. The mockery is what is happening with the colleges because they're not student athletes. They're athletic students who provide a benefit to us, and that is we stay relevant. Our alumni's happy. We got a chance to be in March Madness or play for a national championship in football. That's what this is about. Nobody's sitting there worried about the kids. Yeah, McLevin.
Did you happen to see SI put a high school basketball player on the cover, Amani Bates, the kid out of Detroit?
Yeah, well, they've talked about him since he was in 8th grade.
Well, right, and then he was player of the year, player in the state as a freshman. But he'll never see college because one and done will be done by then. So,
yeah. But if that's what you want to do, I have no problem with that. It's the old school, the old guard is trying to protect this. Right? Would I love to have guys go to college for 3 or 4 years, as it was when I was growing up, and I got to see these guys play year after year, and I got to know them. And you saw development, and you saw dynasty. You saw greatness. I appreciate it, but I'm a realist here. I'm a capitalist, but I'm a realist here. Now, I understand this is the way it should be. It's a free marketplace, or it should be for them. Yeah, McLevin.
But are you worried that some of the unsavory elements of the business will start leaking into high school? Maybe they already are there.
They already are. They're recruiting. I told you about the kid in Detroit in 8th grade.
Yeah. But now they're going to have marketing people swarming around high schools.
Yes, and that's why I don't believe you should be offering scholarships to kids who aren't in high school. When you reach out and you give somebody a scholarship in 8th grade, you don't know what you're doing to the kid. And everybody's excited and mom and dad are excited, but then now you're that kid with the target. You're going to have a target on your back. High school is difficult enough. And now you got a scholarship at USC? Oh, okay, let's see how good you are living up to that hype. I mean, it's a mess. You got unsavory characters. You got the shoe companies involved in this. That's why schools don't pay for players anymore. At least they shouldn't. The schools rely on the shoe companies. That's why you have runners. That's why I laugh when I hear, you got an assistant coach at Kansas. Somehow Bill Self did not know what the assistant coach was doing. If that's the case, then I would have to bring in Bill Self and say, Bill, how could you not know that your assistant coach is offering money? It's the same thing with Rick Pitino. It's under your watch there. And if somebody's going to give out 6 figures to somebody and you don't know about it, I mean, you're guilty of negligence there. But, these coaches somehow have separated themselves from their assistant coaches. These guys are just runners. They're runners for the shoe company. Hey, Adidas wants player X to go to this Adidas school. That's how it works. How do we get that guy to go to our school? I'll make sure we take care of the family. I'll take care, it won't be the actual recruit. The money will go to mom or dad or whoever it might be. That's how these things happen. This letting you cash in on your likeness doesn't solve this, because there's still going to be more money at play. And there'll be schools that'll pay more money. Maybe it's more above board, but it's still there. Not going away anytime soon.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.